Hi, this is Kristen Milstead from Fairy Tale Shadows, and I want to talk about stages of recovery, or really just one stage in particular, and it's a really hard stage. And I think it's a stage that we all get to eventually at some point, and we all kind of handle it in different ways, or we may kind of go around the merry-go-round on this one and try all kinds of things. But some of those things would be healthy and some not so healthy. And I think this stage could be characterized by the phrase, I'm never going to be the same person that I used to be. And this stage kind of comes after you finish reading everything you can read about narcissism, or sort of, get toward the end of that and get through, just sort of get sick of thinking about the narcissist. And and I'm not suggesting it's like it's all cut off and it's linear and then you move on. It's like, you might move back and forth, but at some point you realize I've understood as much as I think I want to or can understand about that. But wait a minute, now I'm in this other, universe of what now? What? Who am I now? What just happened to me? And so once you get there, there's all kinds of new things to think about, and what you choose to do with it determines a lot about how recovery can go next, how long you stay there, and how well you can recover, how you can empower yourself. And there's all kinds of interesting things that you can do while you're there. And so the reason why I'm talking about this is because I want to be authentic about what was happening to me over the last few months. I wrote a lot in the first few months about leaving the relationship, what I thought my ex was thinking and doing, how he acted with me, why he did certain things, how it affected me. And I came to a very good understanding of what happened in that relationship. And then it was like, boom, now what? And I sort of became silenced. And by silenced, I just mean I didn't really know how to proceed with talking about it, or really even thinking about it a lot, because it was live. It was going on in the moment. It was going on all the time, in kind of as people were reading. So I didn't want to talk about it because I wanted to be able to speak about it after I knew what was happening. And I think the reason why is because when I started the blog, I had already left the relationship. I was already out of it. And so I was able to speak about what I had felt while I was in it. If I was writing about what I was feeling as I was in it, the confusion, I wouldn't have known what to write down. It would have been too confusing. But writing about it afterward, I was able to process what had happened at that time. And I was able to start processing what had happened in our interactions by reading more about it, by applying the knowledge that I gained in my own education, talking to other people, reading other people's experiences. It all started coming together. But by having the new emotional experiences in the new stage that I got to, I didn't have anything sort of real to pin down yet and talk about. So I just didn't say anything. But then at the same time, I didn't want to make it appear to you all as if I had completely recovered, because that wasn't the case. So I just went silent and continued to do what I was doing, which was process and try to recover, and support as best as I could by, making the blog as, the best it could be with what was there, and writing the things that I felt I could write at the time, and supporting you all and when you wrote to me. And but now I feel like I'm moving through that stage, and I want to write about it, but I wanted to also be authentic about what happened to me. And so that's what this video is about, is explaining what the silence was about, and where I want to take the blog next is to write about when you get there, What does it feel like? Why does it feel that way? What are some of the things you can do to make it better? What do other people feel when they're there? Why, where is it going to go? You know, and here's the other thing, because it's personal, we're not all going to come to the same conclusions. There's all kinds of labels people might try to put on it. There's all kinds of conclusions people might say you're supposed to draw. I don't think that's the case. I would never deign to say that. And in addition, I mean, I hope you're reading all kinds of articles by all kinds of writers on the subject and watching all kinds of videos in addition to mine. There's not one path to recovery. What I hope to add is just to say, I've been there. Here's what happened for me. Here's what it felt like. I hope that this can help you just move a little further along and know that it won't last forever. Here's some things to try, but don't feel like these are the things that you must do to get there. So this is what I hope is sort of a clarifying vision for the blog going into the future. And I want to thank you again for being a reader and for also being so crucial to my recovery. I don't think I'll ever be able to tell you how much you've been a part of that from the beginning, when you were reading all the things that I wrote about what had happened to me, and during this time when I was silenced and I couldn't write anything. You've been there for that part of my journey, and I hope that you'll be there for the next part. So thank you for reading, and I hope that you will continue to read, and please stay strong.